is present in the list or not? How do you find who has written? So Mohammed, you are using a in operator, so which is fine. Okay, so Fibonacci is fine. Okay, all right. Without using in operator, Mohammed, how can you do it? I don't want to use in operator. All right, so we'll proceed further. So so if we are writing a program, let's ensure that we clearly know what that program is. Otherwise, let's not. It's okay that you have tried and all, but I want you to totally understand what that program is doing. Okay, so all right, so I want to check whether 3 is present in this list or not. All I have to do is for I in range of len of A, right? If A of I equals to 3, which means, right, which means element is present, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Def. I'm going to write it as find, and I'm going to take X here. I can pass anything. X element is present. I'm going to say return true. And even after all the loops, and if still I did not find it, then eventually I'm going to say return false. Right, so every iteration I'm checking. So now I can call this function find X. So sorry, find 3, and it will, in every iteration, the X is nothing but the 3 here. Every iteration it will check, okay, is it a 3, is it a 3? If it finds a 3, it will return true. Else, and after completing the loop, it will just return false.
Yes, sir.
Right, in operator and all is fine. Even in operator does the same thing internally. Even it does have an implementation like this. Okay, all right.
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay, right. So what are the different functions we have seen? We have seen append, we have seen insert, we have seen we have seen what else, the append, insert.
Delete.
Okay, del is a thing, and along with del we have seen remove.
Remove.
Del based on index, remove based on value. Append
Value.
always appends at the end. Insert you can insert anywhere you want, right? Right. So what else do we have? That's it, right? Do we have you seen any other functions? Okay, we have seen extend. We have seen extend. Yeah. Okay, so these are the functions that we have seen so far, and we will also see another function called index, and followed by we will see what is count, and then we will see what is pop, and we will see how to sort. It's trying to join now. Okay, we'll see how to sort and how to sort it in a reverse ascending order or descending order, and how to delete all the elements from a list. Okay, so these are all the things that we will see. Okay, first we will start with another thing. So whether an element is present in a list or not, yes, that is the program that we have seen. And there are other ways also. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If I use a index function, if I use a function index, right? a dot index of 3, right? If I say a dot index of 3, what is the index position of 3?
4.
4, sir.
4, sir.
Index position of 3.
4.
The value index position of value 3 is 2,
2. 2.
2, sir.
right? Okay, so it will return. So it will basically, this index function returns the index of a particular object, returns the index of a object. Okay, so if I have, for example, a is equal to a, b, c, d, e. What is the index position of c?
2, sir.
2, sir. 2, sir.
Index of c, if I give, this will return 2. Okay, so if I use an index function and if it returns a value, which means the element is present, which means the element is present in the list. All right, basically index function returns the index of a given value, returns index position of a given value. Returns index position of given value. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If the value is not present, then that is where we have a problem. So index of 10, I'm going to say, or a dot index of z. Do we have z in this list?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Right? This is where it throws value error. It throws in either, do we have 10 in this list? No. In either
No.
cases, this throws value error. Throws value error, as in given value is not present in the list, right? And it throws value error. Okay, right. Okay, that is what index function does. Index function returns the index position of a given value if present. If not present, it will throw value error. It will raise a value error. Okay, then we will look at count. So let us say a is equal to 1, 2, or else let me just. Let me also do this. Okay, in strings, if I want to know, how many times a particular substring has been present in the string. So how many times, what is the occurrence of a given substring? How to find an occurrence of a given substring? In strings, what is the function that we used to use?
Count.
Right? So if I say a dot count of car, how many times car has repeated in this?
2 times.
3 times.
3 times.
Right, so this would basically return 3. And if I say a dot count of, right, van, right, van, do we have van in this list?
No, sir.
Friends, it returns 0. If at all, if there is a value, if that element is present, it is going to return the count of that element. If the element is not present, then it returns 0. If the element is not present, it returns 0. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Right. So that is what count does. Returns the occurrences of a element. Okay. Right. The next one we will look at is extend we have seen, right? So the next element we look at is pop. So what does append function do? Adds
We'll add an
elements
element
at
at the
last.
last.
Add
Right.
elements at the end.
Right. Right. Now pop function, right, removes element from last. Removes element from last. So if I say just say a dot pop, it will remove 7. Okay. Now your list is ending here. Now if I say a dot pop again, it will remove 6. And if I say a dot pop, it will remove 5. So which means the pop function removes the last element, and not just removes, it also returns the removed element. Removes the last element in list, and returns the removed element. So if I say in the first case, x is equal to x is equal to x is equal to, in the first case, what is the x value? 7. When I say a dot pop here, there was 7, it removed 7. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. So
Yes,
it removed and also returned that value. So it removed the last element and also returned that. So if I stored that in the x, so it is going to be 7. After that, second time I said a dot pop again, it removed 6 and also returned the removed value, which is 6. And again I ran a dot pop, it removed 5 and returned that removed element, and that is stored in the x. So pop removes the last element. Now tell me how many ways are there in Python how many functions or how many ways are there to remove an element from a list? How many ways are there to remove an element from a list?
delete
Del a of index.
index.
You have remove function,
Remove
and you also have pop function.
Pop function.
You have 3 ways you can delete element from a list. Just give me one moment. Right, so we have 3 ways to remove element from a list. Okay, are we clear?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, right. So the next is how do we sort? How do we have sort? So let us say I have a list. Now, if I sort this in an ascending order, how would my list look like? Ascending order.
Small to big number.
Ascending means
0,
small number to big number.
Big number.
0, 1,
1,
1,
2,
2,
2,
4,
4,
4,
5,
5,
and 10.
10.
10.
And descending more order means it is
Big to
basically
small.
10, 5,
5,
2, 1, 0. Right. So this is the order. So either ascending order or descending order. That is how we are sorting. right? In Python, you have a function called sort. You have a function called sort, which sorts the elements in an ascending order by default. Okay, if I say a dot sort, right, it sorts the element in an ascending order. So if you want to use a sort function, ensure that the list should contain of a same data type. Either numbers is the one generally we use sort function on. So ensure that every element in that list is a number. Every element in that list is a number. Okay, and if I say a dot sort, if you want, sort by default order is ascending, right? If you want in a descending order, sort and takes a parameter where we say reverse is equal to true, which means sort not in an ascending order, but in a descending order. This gives a descending order sorting. Okay, is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So if you want to sort either in ascend, by default, you can use a sort function that sorts in an ascending order, or you can use sort and that basically sorts in a descending order where if you pass reverse equal to true. Clear?
Clear,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Clear,
Right.
sir.
Yes.
Now, how can I reverse a list? How can I reverse a list? I want my list to be. This is basically list reverse, right? How can I reverse a list?
By using a dot sort of reverse descending order.
No, this is ascending, descending. No, I'm not saying sorting. I just want to reverse. Just want to reverse. That's it. No sort I'm asking. Just to reverse. How
Using
do you
reverse
remove?
function, sir.
Right. How do you reverse a string? You remember the syntax? Colon colon minus one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. In the same way, list also supports slicing. Right. Now colon colon minus one returns a new string in the same way. If I use colon colon minus one here, it is going to a colon colon minus one. It is going to reverse the list, and that is a new list that it returns. Right. Now if I say print ax, right, that would actually give this list, but if I say print a, that would still be in the same order as the original. Okay, so it returns a colon
Okay.
colon minus one returns new list. And another function that we have is reverse, or if I say a dot
Reverse.
reverse, this modifies the existing list, existing or original list. It doesn't return a new list, right? Reverses the existing or original list, which is this, which is a itself gets modified by having all the values in a reverse order. Okay, is that clear?
It's clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I have my list. Okay, I have a list which is a is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to remove all the elements from a list. Basically, I want to empty the list. Remove all the elements from list. Right, I just want an empty list. I want to delete everything from my list. In that case, I have a function called clear. I have a function called clear. If I say a dot clear, it will remove all the elements from that list. Done. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. We will try all of this. Yeah, index count pops out clear. Okay. Okay, so A is equal to so it has 4 elements. It has 4 elements, and I want to find out A dot if element present in a list or not. So for example, for I in range of len of A, if A of I has equals to C. C is present in list break. Okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Let us see. Let us try to run this program first. Right, C is present in the list. If I say F, is it present? F is not present, right? And it will not print anything, right? So this is one simple loop where you can check if element is present in the list or not. The other operation that you guys used is the in operator, right?
Yes.
So in operator also internally does the same thing, but it just simple operator. If E in A print right. So if I execute this, just says F is not okay, E is not present. So if I say if D is present in A, then E is present in list. You can use in operator to check whether a element is present in a list or not. In a list or not, you can use in operator also. In operator also predominantly uses the same thing like we have done as a loop, right? So it also does the same thing internally. So okay, is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Right.
Yeah,
In the
clear, sir.
same way, another one
Yes,
is
sir.
index. A dot index x is equal to A dot index of D. What is, let us see what does it say. Print x. Right, this is going to give a value, right? It is saying it is giving the index value, which is 3. Right. So if I ask certain element which it is doesn't is not present in the list, right? So for example, let us say E only I'll give. Right, value error, E is not in list. If a value is not found, it will raise a value error. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But what is the
Okay, sir.
preferable way if you want to find out a element is present in a list or not? Always go with the in operator. Always go with the in operator. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us see A is equal to how many times 1 is repeated in this?
4 times.
4 times.
Right? What is
4
the
times, sir.
function to check if the
4 times.
number of occurrences of a given value?
Count.
Count.
A dot
Sir.
count.
A dot count of.
A dot count of. Let us say I
1.
want to find out how many times A1 is repeated in this.
4.
Right? Okay, hold on a second. This index function, I'll just comment out. Otherwise, if it throws an error, right? So whenever there is an error, your code basically exits there. It will not move further. Hence the error proning code, I'm just commenting it out. Is it repeated? Is it repeated 4 times? 1, 2,
Yes, sir.
3, 4. How many times 2 is repeated? Let us just pass 2 and check. 2 is repeated 3 times. Right? 4 is repeated.
2 times.
2 times.
Are we getting the answer properly?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
If you want to check how many times a given value is repeated, you have to use count function. You have to use count function. Right. So in the same thing, now I'm just going to say print A and I'll say A dot pop. A dot pop. Again, print A dot pop. Print A. Again, I'll say A dot pop. And last I'll say print A. So what will be the output? The moment I say print A, it will print this entire list.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
sir.
moment I say A dot pop, what happens here?
It
The
removes
last
last
element
element.
will be removed.
Which is 3 will be
3
removed.
removed.
Removed,
And
sir.
again I say print, so it will list it will print a list with without 3. Again I'll say A dot pop, 4 will be removed. Again I'll say A dot pop, 3 will be removed. So let
removed.
me execute that. Okay, first 4 was there, again 4 is removed, right? 3 was there, again we said A dot pop, 3 is removed, and again we said A dot pop. So 3 and 4 and 3, all these 3 elements are removed basically here. So first this was our original list. First pop, it got removed, 3 got removed. Second pop, 4 got removed. Third pop, 3 got removed. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, clear,
Clear,
sir.
sir.
Yes, clear, sir.
Now how do I remove all the elements from a list? A
By
dot
using
By
clear,
using
sir.
clear.
Clear function.
right,
Clear.
and we'll just say print A. Right, so let me run this. Right, what is my A now? It removed all the elements from that list. I used the clear function and it removed all the elements from a list. Now let us look at sort. Right, now what we are going to do is A dot sort and I'm going to print A. Right, so it should have sorted in an ascending order. So this is my list 1 4 5 2 1 0 1 2 3. But if you see here, is it sorted properly?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
Yes or no?
No,
Yes,
sir.
It did not sort, is it?
No, no, sir.
Why? What is the problem here? This is your A. 1, 4, 5, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And if I say A dot sort, it should sort in an ascending order, yes?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
did it
sir.
sort it in ascending order or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It is
sir.
in
How
ascending
many?
order.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, it did sort in an ascending order, right? 0 is the least number, then is the 1. So 1 is repeated 3 times, so it will place 1, 1, 1 next to each other. Then 2 is the next biggest number, and again 2, and after that 3, and then 4 and 5. Right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if I say, let me just copy the same list, or maybe I'll just write a new list. I want to sort it in a descending order. X dot sort reverse equal to true. Print X, and I'm going to say print X before sorting and after sorting so that you can check. Right. Before sorting 1, 5, 7, 0, 10, 11, and 100. After sorting with the reverse true, it sorted in a descending order. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. Okay. So this is what a sort function does. Okay. Now let us look at how can we iterate the list. How can we iterate the list? We have already seen one variant. Let me not use this. Okay, this is my list. Okay, if I have to iterate over this list and print each element, one element at a time, one way of looping is for I in range of len of a, right? Print, what will be the I value? I will vary from 0 to
0 to
4.
length
4,
4.
Oh,
right? Now if I say a of I in the first iteration, which is a of 0 would be what?
yeah. Yeah.
Right? So
Yes.
this will be character A. Then in the second iteration, a of 2, it would print, sorry, a of 1, it would print B.
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 Then third iteration, a of 2, it would print C, and so on. One, you can use a range function to iterate over the list. Okay. Or you can iterate over the list directly without using a range function also, for element in A. For element in A. So I'm directly iterating over this list now. I'm not using any range function. I'm directly iterating. So if I say print ELE, it is going to print the same thing. First element in the first iteration, second element in the second iteration, third element in the third iteration, and so on. Okay. Internally, it does move from one element to another element. Clear?
Is clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Any question here? Okay, so we'll try this program. right? So I have my list is equal to so one using a for loop for I in range of ln of a print, right? I'm going to say I comma a of I. So this is going to print index versus the value. So if I execute this, right, 0th index you have a, first index you have one b, and so on. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Another
Yes, sir.
function is that you can iterate over the list directly without any indexing worry at all. For yearly in a directly over the a print yearly, right? If I execute this, it is going to print the values. My clear?
Clear,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, so that is all about list. That is all about lists. Okay, is right homework assignment is, so we know what index function does, right? So we have already written a program for it. Right, sort the list of numbers, sort the list of numbers without default sort. Without sort function. Without sort function. Okay, there are regular sorting algorithms such as bubble sort. Okay, there are several sorting techniques, bubble sort. Okay, selection sort, insertion sort. Okay, merge sort, and so on. Right? So you can choose to use bubble sort is the easy one to start with. You should learn every one of the sorting algorithm. Okay, and to start with bubble sort. Start with bubble sort. If this is my list 4, 2, 3, 5, 1. If I have to sort this, how can I say? How can I do that? I'll iterate. Now, which is greater in this 4 and 2?
4.
you're 4.
4.
4.
4.
So I will shift 2 towards right, left, and 4 towards right. Then I'll compare 4 and 3, which is greater.
4.
4.
Right, I'll move 3 this side. Okay, so after the first shift, my sorting becomes like this: 2, 4,
4. 3.
3, 5, 1, and I was still here. So I compare 4 again with the 3. Right, 4 is greater, so I'll move the 4 towards the right and 3 towards the left. After that, 2,
2.
3,
3.
4,
4.
5,
5.
and 1.
1.
I'll compare 4 and 5, which is greater.
5.
5.
5 is greater, so I am not going to change anything. Then I'll compare 5 and 1, which is greater.
5 is
5.
great.
Which is greater?
5 is great.
5 is greater.
Right, 5 is greater. So shift the 5 the other side, and your list becomes 2, 3, 4, 5.
4,
So
1,
1 and
1, 5.
5. So by the end of the first iteration, the biggest number will be at the end. By the end of the first iteration, your biggest number will go at the end. Now in the second iteration, so what did we have? 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. So I'll compare 2 and 3. Which is bigger? 3 is bigger. So there is no change. 3 and 4. 4 is bigger. There is no change. Now 4 and 5. Which is bigger? 4 is bigger. So here we will change the to 2, 3, 1, 4 and 5. And again I'll compare 4 and 5. 4 is bigger. So 5 is bigger. So there is no change to be done. So end of the second iteration, two biggest numbers have come to the end. Okay. Third iteration. So where did we have 1, 4 and
4,
5.
5.
So I'll compare 2 and 3. Which is bigger? 3 is bigger. So I don't have to worry about it. Again 3 and 1. Which is bigger? 3 is bigger.
3.
So which means 3 should go this side and 1 should come this side. So we
This.
will do that. 2, 1,
1,
3,
3,
4
4,
and
5.
5. We'll compare 3 and 4. 4 is bigger. I'm not going to swap anything. 4 and 5. 5 is bigger. I'm not going to swap anything. So by the end of the third iteration, three biggest numbers have come towards the end. And in the fourth iteration, what will I do? I'll compare 2 and 1. Which is bigger?
1.
2 is bigger. So I will
2 is
swap it.
bigger.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I'll
5.
always compare and change, compare and the change. So why does it call the bubble sort? By the end of the first iteration, either the smaller number or the bigger number based on our condition is always at the last. The bigger number is bubbled on top. The bigger number is bubbled to top. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now try this
Yes, sir.
program. This is for assignment. You have to try this program. I have told the theory. You have to try the program.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay, sir.